Welcome to Honey and Brown.
Welcome. What do we do here?
Anime and music.
Today?
Music corner.
Or?
MJ corner.
So corny. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Typically what we do is we do a lot of anime and music reactions. This part of the channel is called Music Corner. It's basically where I play music for my wife, and we usually have pretty deep and philosophical discussions about it.
Yes.
But the journey we've been going down is the Michael Jackson journey, more specifically the Dangerous era journey, my favorite era of Michael Jackson. So we've done quite a few from this album. Just what are your quick initial thoughts on the album so far from all the songs you've heard? Because we've done Jam, Who Is It, Remember the Time, Will You Be There, Can't Let Her Get Away, the actual song Dangerous. So
yeah,
what are your thoughts so far?
I think it's so bombastic. Like, I love every single one of them. Like, it's just like, it's like Michael is honestly like a chameleon. Like, he can do anything.
Not only can he do it, he can do it better than most.
I know.
Than all.
Yeah, it's like I just love all the music, his lyrics, like the way, his beats. It's like, damn, Michael. How do you do that? Yeah,
the Dangerous era is more of like a darker version of Michael, with the lyrical content and everything. But today I'm pretty hyped for this one because I don't see a lot of people ever really talking about this song. It's one of those songs, just like Can't Let Her Get Away. I mean, these two songs, they don't share the same theme. Yeah. But it's still one of those songs where I'm like, it adds to the credibility of Michael? Dangerous. Like, not every song needs to be like a huge, massive, like, juggernaut, right? I mean, you need those songs that are just kind of like music in general, right? And this one I'm very excited for you to hear because it's one of his more political songs. The song being Why You Wanna Trip on Me. That's so 90s to say that too. But yeah, anyways, let's just jump on to it. Stick around to after the reaction part because we usually have pretty long conversations about it. But let's get on to it. This is Michael Jackson, Why You Wanna Trip on Me, off of the Dangerous album.
Let's go.
That classic guitar in it. Look at those eyes.
I know.
Woo. Forgot how good the beat was.
Yeah.
Say I'm different, they don't understand. But there's a bigger problem that's much more in demand. World hunger, not enough to eat. So there's really no time to be tripping on me. You got school teachers wanna teach.
So true.
Yeah.
Who can't gotta read? You got strange diseases, but there's no cure. You got many doctors that are ready to cure. So tell me, why you wanna trip on me?
That's right, man.
That's so true.
Yell at them, Michael.
Why you wanna trip on me? Stop tripping.
I really love the beat.
I love the lyrics.
Yeah, oh my god, yes.
Got more problems than we'll ever need. You got gang violence and bloodshed on the street. You got homeless people with no food to eat, with no clothes on their back and no shoes for their feet. We got drug addiction and the mind of the weak. We got so much corruption, police brutality. We got street walkers walking into darkness. Tell me what I wait to get to stop this.
man. It makes me so angry. The world has such big problems.
Yeah. But like they're distracting us. Like the media distracting us with these useless things.
Yeah.
Everybody just
Man, that beat.
I know.
It's so 90s.
Yeah.
Why you wanna trip on me? Why you wanna trip on me? No, don't trip on me, brother. Why you wanna trip on me? 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 You stop tripping, there, stop tripping. Everybody just stop tripping.
This is what makes Michael like great.
A legend, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a song like this. It's not really known, but
Stop tripping.
like it's just perfect. Like the message, everything.
Yeah. The message, the beat, you know?
The darkness of it, you know?
Yeah.
I love that. Trippin'. That's such a 90s term.
And it's just, it's so real. It's so sad, but it's still relevant.
Yeah, I know. That a lot of the songs are like that, eh?
Yeah.
Stop tripping.
That was a bad song, eh?
What?
I'm just kidding. That was God. Every time I listen to Michael, even though I've heard him like my entire life, it's like a different vibe and experience when I get to play it for you. It's like I'm re-experiencing the song, but man, this song, it hits again. It hits on a whole different level, you know, and it's a song that again wasn't talked about a lot. You know, I mean, even as a kid, I remember listening to it, but I was never like kind of out of my way. I would go and listen to it. But I remember maybe when I was like, I don't know, 10 or 11, I do remember revisiting this album again. And I remember like listening to the songs I typically don't listen to. And I remember this is a song when I heard it and I really listened to the lyrics. I was like, why didn't I give this song its fair due? But again, I was young, I was stupid, but
Yeah.
this song is so perfect. And I just want to say, this is like, Michael's the only like musician I know that can make you bob your head with the beat, but also make you think and like contemplate life and have like an existential crisis.
Yes.
I don't know why. And I just want to say for like the title, Why You Want to Trip on Me, that is such a 90s terminology. Like when people used to say like, stop tripping on me, that's like straight up 90s. That is so 90s. It's hilarious. But anyways, I just want to know your thoughts on the song.
I love it. Like, I do understand though why like people are not really talking about it, just because like Michael has so many like bombastic kind of like bombastic type of songs like that, so like, you know, that is so like popular. But this song, it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's perfect. Like it is a song, like, you know, I feel like it's Michael's song. Like I can't, like I love it because like it's not only like the beat is so like, you know, it's so good, but like his message, like, why are you tripping on me? Like, come on.
And that's what it was, right? In the 90s, like we had such bigger problems and the world was just focused on Michael Jackson and the controversy and all the crap.
Yeah, and and that is so true, and that is so relevant until today. Like, there's so many people who would just be focusing on like so many like, you know, mediocre things.
Yeah.
And they can't think of like, you know, it's like, oh, just concentrate, you know, so many things out there that you should, you know, focus on rather than on this mediocre things.
Yeah.
Like, and I love how he brought that kind of things to light, you know, because it's not something that sometimes there's just so many stupid people sometimes that doesn't think that, you know, those are not important. And then Michael's like making you see these are important. Like,
yeah, we got like real world type of problems, and we just want to focus on a celebrity's life. Like, just like with the beginning line where he says, they say I'm different, they don't understand, but there's a bigger problem that's much more in demand. That's relevant then, now, forever, right?
Yeah.
It's like you want to focus on, you know, celebrities or pop culture, and it's fine because we need some type of escape. But the way they focused on it, at least back in the day with Michael, they crucified this man.
Yeah.
You know, a man that was legit trying to put his hand out for the world and say, I'm here to help. You know, take from me what you need to save yourself. But what did the world do? They took for him everything.
Yeah.
They took away his dignity, everything. And like, you know, this song is in the same vein as, you know, Man in the Mirror. They Don't Care About Us.
Yeah.
You know, the unreleased song, We've Had Enough. Like, Michael's always sung these type of like world problem type of songs. And it's like, you know, and it's always like the same type of message. Like, we can solve these problems, but we choose to like not, you know? And I just like the lyrics of it are just so good. Like, you know, you got school teachers who don't want to teach. You got grown people who can't write or read. You got strange diseases, but there's no cure. You got many doctors that aren't so sure. That's like the mystery of the world that we've been living in, right?
Yeah.
All of these problems, all of these world catastrophic type of issues, diseases, you know, we just had a pandemic. It's just like we have so many problems, and even then it's like the world just always needs a distraction.
Yeah.
And we can never focus on the issue. And like, you know, and I've said it before, we are missing a man like Michael to really kind of put a mirror to everybody, not just to us, but he puts them to himself as well. And even a man like Michael still thinks he's not doing enough.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just so sad.
And that's why I say, like, you know, this song is so Michael, because it is so Michael to talk, you know, to talk about what's important. It's so Michael to, like, you know, to like really tell people that, you know, it's like, don't be distracted about all these other things. Like, you know, because we get easily distracted. Like, we had a war going on, and then we get distracted by Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we get so easily distracted that, you know, we need to really focus on what's important. And so that is what I really love about Michael. Like,
yeah, he will point it out, and he will show you what is happening. Because like, even in the 90s, I mean, I remember the riots and just the racism. Like, racism was a very huge issue. I mean, it's always been a huge issue, and it was even bigger back in like the days of slavery. But I'm saying, in my generation of me growing up, I do remember as a kid, you know, my mom would always be talking about the news, and she'd always have the news on. And, you know, I mean, not much has changed. I mean, you put on the news now, I mean, you're still seeing the same type of destruction. But I just remember back in the 90s, you know, I mean, race and, you know, what you believe in, it was very much looked down upon, you know. And nowadays I think it's a bit more accepting to an extent. But Michael, man, like in the 90s, it was like a very, you know, tribulation type of, or I mean, like a trial type time.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of downfall, and yeah, it was a scary time. And like, I remember, you know, Michael around this time too he was traveling the world trying to save children, trying to save those in need. And what did he get in return? I mean, yeah, like he got love, but Michael in the 90s was crucified as a man, as a musician, as a performer. And, you know, with songs like this, like, he still had hope. He still wanted to point it out, you know. And I like how this one has a bit of a different twist to it, where it's like, you know, Man in the Mirror was a bit more hopeful. This is like him angry.
I know.
He's like got all this crap in this world, and I love the line when he's like, we've got more problems than we'll ever need. That is so true. If you actually like dissect that line, we've got more problems than we'll ever need. It's like the world wants to get distracted and focus on all this crap. It's like, dude, we got problems that we're gonna have forever. Let's try to eliminate some problems so that the next generation has like a chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. This is a very beautiful song, and
I love it.
Yeah.
I love whenever like Michael like expresses his feelings and then like let us like think. Michael like makes us think of what's important, and that's what I love about Michael's music, because it's not only because I feel like a lot of this like musicians right now, artists, like it's kind of self-centered.
Yeah.
Like about themselves, or it's very shallow.
Yeah, it's very much about their own pain.
Yeah, it's so shallow. But Michael is like, it's like, yes, Michael also kind of has a hint here that of course that it's about him, like why you want to trip on me.
Yeah.
But Michael is more like predominantly talking about what's important, like what's the problem out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very beautiful song. Again, like Michael in the 90s, he could have kind of sat on his laurels of the 80s, and he didn't. He branched out and he made songs like this, and he was still always, I think, at the forefront. He was always going to talk about the issues of life, and I love that. Like, that's what makes him such a respectable man. Like, that's a man you look up to. That's a role model,
That's why we all love him, because like Michael doesn't just Michael didn't just, honestly, like when you're saying, it's like Michael just didn't sit on his throne.
Yeah.
He could have just sat and watched and not do anything.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been hated.
No.
Like in that time. But no, Michael, like even mid of like being like shit upon like this, like he still wanted to help people. He still had hope. He still wanted, he didn't want to hate on everyone just because he was hated.
Yeah.
Like I love it.
Very beautiful. I'm so glad.
Yes.
The song is getting a bit more of a shine nowadays, and it's still relevant now, and it probably will be forever. So
yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm very curious to know your guys' thoughts on this song. The message behind it is it's very dark, not a lot of hope in it, but I mean, sometimes there is no hope, and you need to be reminded that we are the change, right? Like we can change. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for still continuing to support us, comment, like our videos. Like, it's just, as I said, I know we always say it, but we feel and we are so blessed because of you guys, and we're so thankful. So, and
honestly, like it, just like you guys have, pointed out before, that it takes a lot to do these videos, and then the fact that you guys are commenting, like, saying how much you love it, even just like a small sentence, even like, just telling us, oh, this would be a cool thing to react to, like, even just saying those things, it honestly gives us a lot of energy, because like it does, like, doing the videos, like editing it, it's a lot of time, but like having you guys there, like, like supporting us, even honestly, even just like a few views, like I don't really care, but people like actually telling us how they feel, like that actually makes my day. Like, it makes our day.
So thank you so much for that, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you.